So, one of the foreseeable consequences of what Trump has been doing to migrants and the deportation, mass incarceration, all that horrible nonsense, including alligator Auschwitz that they've set up, which is just, it's coming. If you can stay away from that place, stay out of that place, it's just going to be a mass grave. But one of the foreseeable consequences is a breakdown in the food supply chain, because the backbone of the agricultural industry, they're taking them, right? Even if so, as of right now, you're you're not seeing it. You're not going to start to see it, but over time, you're gonna start experiencing food insecurity. So I know people are worried, but it's really just something that you can prepare for. One of the things that people don't realize is that you don't need to buy a bunch of expensive equipment. Literally, you already have seeds in your house. There are, when you when you open a tomato, you need to scoop the seeds out, put them in a little jar. Some people just throw them right in the ground. But you can put them in a jar, plant them. You can plant a tomato plant in your apartment, and then the dirt. I mean, you can five-finger discount your dirt, or you can do what many of us are doing, which is you just go down to your Lowe's or your Home Depot. But you also need to begin to compost. You can do that in a bucket with a top, and I think a lot of people, like I just impressed the heck out of myself. I'm growing lychees. I went online, figured out how to get the seed to sprout, and I've got a bunch of lychee trees. Now I've got to go get some other containers. I'm scratching myself to death out here. These Texas mosquitoes are killing me. But people need to figure out, like, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to produce food with what you have? Because most people, you have beans. I just went into my cabinet. I was like, oh, I have beans. Pinto beans. You've got lentils. Always keep a bag of lentils around because they can be sprouted and can feed you even when there's no electricity. I think I'm adding too much to this video. But one of the unintended consequences of what the cruelty is going to be the cruelty to y'all's pocketbooks, and that I don't suspect at this time that there will be no food. That's not what you need to be concerned about. The problem is that the food that you can get a hold of is gonna come at a very high price. So we can hope that we dodge the bullet and everything stops, and they stop going after migrants, and they fix the system instead of just trying to be cruel, right? Or it may if it continues, and we see mass graves, and we see the worst of what could be predicted in this situation. You need to be looking to find a way to ensure that you have food. First, start with tomatoes. If you've got bell peppers, are some of the easiest plants to grow. Let's see. This is tomato, and I think I have a pepper. I don't even know if those seeds came from the bell pepper and the tomato. So one of the things that I just started doing was, like I was saying earlier, is I literally will scoop out the inside of the bell pepper, the tomato, and etc. And I put them in the ground. You just and if you're away from home, put the seed in a napkin. If you're at a restaurant and you get a seed, take that seed, take it with you. I'm one of those crazy people. I'm like, ooh, this tastes delicious. Let me keep the seed. Let me grow me some. it's an experience that a human being, I think, needs, and that you're going to have to get used to, because of, unfortunately, as Texans are learning right now, there are consequences to the way that you vote. Your Many Texans are being hit with the harsh reality that their political views, because they thought they were. I told you guys the day after the election, I said, made the prediction. I said, welcome to the sacrifice of you. Welcome to the sacrifice of you, because people voted for many different reasons. They voted because of the brainwashing that's gone on. Because what people don't realize is that what people haven't realized is that voters are made. They're inculcated. They are raised that way. They are people are trying to figure out where Christian Zionism came from. They were brainwashed into it. I was a Zionist. I was raised to be a Christian Zionist. You were two things. You were taught to pray for Israel and give them your money. I mean, it's weird. So I'm not anti-Jew. I'm not an anti-Jew, anti-Semite. Excuse me. I'm saying that wrong in the least. But it's so what people are learning now, and what they're going to continue to learn, is, as I predicted for you all, and as they're all coming to realize, that level of cruelty, that those things, that pain that you thought you were going to pass to someone else by the way you voted, it's like a karmic game of like immediate, like it's immediate boomerang. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I gotta go inside. These mosquitoes are horrible. But so food is going to become an issue. Many things are going to become an issue, but you have to understand that the longer that administration is in power, right? Because I was like everybody else. I was like, yes, they're going to release the list. Get him up, Epstein list. Get Trump out of office, and then collapse the intended and projected path of carnage that could have happened, but would no longer once they get him up out of there. Stephen Miller, he has to go to jail, prison. I know he has an escape plan. I'm quite sure he'll be somewhere down in, where did the Nazis go? Where'd they go? Was it Argentina, South America, Central America? And they all like ran, for the hills after committing their cruelty. Yeah, well, oh wow, I just realized his path. So here's a projection. He's gonna go. The guy Stephen Miller who's been who's been coming up with these cruel ways of removing immigrants from America. He's gonna have to become one. I'm gonna tell y'all that the other day. He's gonna have to become one to try to get away from, to be able to get off scot-free. But he won't survive it. So anyway, I'm scratching myself to death, and I made like way too long of a video out here. But guys, go grow you some seeds. See my grow bags out there. My pepper plants, those beans out here came out of my pantry. I wanted to grow things with stuff that I had because, dirt's so dadgum expensive. But these came out of my pantry.